chairs, and a lot of them sold out in the very first show. That was supposed to be a sneak preview of our big deal, and by the time it became an actual big deal, there wasn't a whole lot of these chairs left. Molly, of course, is our brand ambassador for Lazy Boy, and introducing to you, if you haven't seen it yet, this fabulous Riley chair. For the past 5 years, the Riley has been the #1 selling chair at Lazy Boy retail stores in their designer chair division, which is a little different than the big oversized recliners. These are certainly not a small chair, but they are a chair that is beautifully upholstered and meant to go like in your living room or your bedroom or a conversation area to complement your other upholstered furniture and not have to have like a huge space for a giant recliner. But they still give you that wonderful Lazy Boy recline, either in manual or in the electronic or motorized, or what are we calling that one?
Power.
The power. The power chair, where it will recline and the footrest go up with the press of a button. Or if you want to spend a little less money, you can get the manual version in this chair because it's designer and more elegant looking. There's no handle. So you're just gonna push yourself back a little bit to recline it and have the footrest come up. So this is Molly, and we're gonna go through your choices.
Yep.
We do have only a couple left that can ship out right away. The rest will be into an advanced order. We were able to acquire some additional quantity that will ship out to you March 16th. So let's take a look at what we have. So the first one is our sand.
The sand is beautiful. I want you to see how this has like all of our solid colors here have almost a linen-like patterning to them. So soft. This is the sand, but you don't have to shy away from these light colors because this is something called Eye Clean, which we'll get into a little bit further, but it's our highest end super stain repellent fabric.
Stain and liquid resistant. So sand can ship out immediately if you'd like that one. In the manual version, we only have 4 dozen that can ship out right away. 6 dozen in the power version. Okay, our super popular color when we launched this Friday night.
Unreal, right?
Is this Tropic, which is this gorgeous teal. And again, everyone fell in love with it. So this one now is into the advanced in both power and in manual, and that will ship out to you March 16th. And this also has that wonderful texture.
It does. It looks like a linen. Remember, this is our highest end fabric with this stain repellency. It's just beautiful. It has that patterning, but just so soft and supple.
Okay, so Willow Leaf, super popular as well. It's the only print that we have, and it's done in those gorgeous shades of like a dusty aqua and like a pale seafoam
blue, and then there's a taupe. I love this branch too, which is kind of a golden brown.
Yeah,
so if you had all brown furniture and you kind of wanted to recolorize, go a little cooler, this could really refresh an entire room.
This
just
one,
gorgeous.
Sorry to interrupt you. This one is on advanced order, both manual and power. And I will say this whole tropical fern leaf pattern is so incredibly popular right now, whether it's in clothing or furniture. Patio furniture, pillows. This is quite the look right now. Then actually, this is the one that I ordered already after our first show together. This I absolutely love because it's a very sophisticated, not in-your-face bold stripe, but it still has a beautiful stripe, classic pattern to it that I think mixes with any other pattern or solid. This one is called Stone Stripe. And this one I think is all on advanced order as well. So both the power and the manual will ship mid-March. And this one has a really interesting look to the fabric.
Yeah, even though it is that beige, again, that cream that you don't have to shy away from because of the high performance fabric this is, it has a little bit of that gray undertones. And as you said, it's just elevated, but it just looks so rich.
A lady asked me this question on Facebook after our last show, so I'll answer it again for you. It is not gray. This is not a gray chair.
No.
There are little, like, pretend you put like a pepper shaker.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect way to explain it. Yeah.
You just shook a couple shakes of a pepper shaker on top of this stripe, so you'll get teeny little flecks of some gray, but for the most part, it is a beautiful beige color. That's a great close-up, so you can see what I'm talking about.
So beautiful. There's so many highs and lows.
Because I think the confusion was she went to the description on .com and it was saying something about it being gray.
Yeah,
and it's not gray.
Right. And then it's called stone, which you could go either way. No, it's definitely in your cream family.
Now,
this
like
is gray. This is our gray chair.
This is our beautiful slate, which is available to ship out immediately. In the manual version, though, we have only 4 dozen, and in the power version, 3 dozen. So this can ship out to you right away without having to wait. Okay, so, and this you were telling us the other day when we were on is such a huge decorator color
everywhere.
right now.
I mean, we used to say this was a new neutral. This is the neutral now. This is what we come in and say, this will go with everything, everywhere. You can make this seasonally. You could make this a little more masculine or a little more feminine, just depending on what colors you put on it, what throws you put on it, what room you're putting it in. This is so beautiful. And I think this is also just such a cozy gray.
I know, it's yummy. So before we go to the graphic, let's take a look at this chair real quick, and I'm going to point out a couple things.
Yeah.
So you have upgrades on this, which you're going to see on the graphic, and I want you to see what we're referring to. So first of all, the fabric is liquid and stain repellent. We'll demo that for you, but nothing is going to soak into this or stain it or make it smell, whether you have pets or company or kids or whatever. This is a fabric that it's not just a coating like a Scotch Guard, it permeates the entire fabric, so it's never going to wear off. This is an amazing fabric for keeping things clean and new looking. And the other upgrade is that beautiful coffee finish on the legs and base, which you're seeing more of a leg in this designer chair than you would see typically on a recliner or a rocker. So we wanted to make it look really beautiful. So that is another upgrade. The other upgrade that you're not seeing until we get over there is the incredible amount of memory foam in these chairs. They are unbelievably comfortable. Okay, so now we can go to the value graphic. So this Riley chair is very popular, as I stated, at the Lazy Boy retail stores. And so if you were to go to look for one of these in the manual version, you would easily spend, with all the upgrades I just mentioned, close to $1,900. Our price is about $900 less, and 6 easy payments of $166.50. Now the power recliner with all those upgrades would easily cost you almost $2,400. Our price at about $1,300 or $1,299 is saving you $1,000 on your over your retail price, and 6 easy payments of $216.50. Now, if those payments still seem a little high, we can do you a better offer with our Q card. If you want to use our in-house credit card, we can give you 18-month financing, which I think, Tony, I don't know if you have that calculated upstairs, but Molly, the other day, didn't we say that it was like $70-something a payment for the power,
I think so.
and 50-something, 55 for the manual, and like 73, did I remember that right? 72 and change for the power if you want to do the 18-month financing. And there is no extra charge to you for that. It is simply pay it off within that time frame and no interest. By the way, if you don't have a Q card yet, you can apply for one on QVC.com or through your operator, and we will give you a $20 account. Is it 20 today? I think it is. A $20 account credit that you can use on a future purchase as well. The testimonial line is open. If you've already ordered this chair, or if you have any other Lazy Boy chair that you love from QVC, give us a call. Molly and I would love to say hi. Okay, so I've done lots of talking. You are the expert, so I'm going to let you jump in and tell us why you love this chair. Why is it so popular?
First of all, this has been, and I think this is incredible in furniture, and we keep glazing over this a little bit too. Not only is this just such a beautiful, in our designer series, which is one of our fastest growing series at Lazy Boy, the designer series means it has these beautiful wooden legs, looks more like an occasional chair, looks more like an accent chair, but also this has been so wildly popular because this is the Riley. And we've never had the Riley on QVC before, but it is our most popular silhouette in these accent chairs that also recline at the Lazy Boy stores, not just for 1 year, but for the last 5 years. And what you're seeing right here is the power option. And this power option is so beautifully integrated. No one's ever going to know that this is a recliner, let alone a beautiful power recliner. It's a 1-button back to infinite reclining positions into a full bed nappable recline, and 1 button back up to a seated position, and every infinite position there you have, but also silent, which is just so wonderful. And more people actually come into our Lazy Boy stores thinking, I would like a recliner, because Lazy Boy is sort of synonymous with reclining since 1928, and choose that power option after seeing what power can do, which is just so incredible.
I love the power option, although, again, it's simply a scooch back in the manual chair and it goes actually back a lot further than what I'm showing you. So you've got lots of range of motion with this one as well. And then to sit up, you just pop down with your legs and stand up. So super easy. And that will save you some money too if you would rather have that. And also you don't have to plug it in. So a common question that we get, Molly, is how far away from the wall does this chair have to sit out in my room?
So in the manual option, it is only 1.5 feet from the wall. In the power option, because it goes just back a little bit further, it is 2 feet from the wall. So I don't want you to shy away from this and think you have to have this right up against a wall or in the middle of your room. It can really be in a nice place against the wall. Also, there's an 8-foot cord.
8-foot cord.
So you don't have to, we have this run under carpets very nicely. You don't have to have this smack against the wall like you would with a TV or something and be worried about that. That's not something you have to worry about.
I also want to talk about the size of this chair. So it's certainly not a little parlor chair or a little accent chair. You've got not only tons of comfort, we haven't even shown you the memory foam yet, but you've got a lot of room. I am not a tiny person, and as you guys know, I'm like, you know, a size large person, and I've got plenty of room on either side of my legs here. So the weight limit on this, I think we're saying, is 300 pounds. And that means someone, even my husband's size or somewhere in between, he and I, would definitely fit in here very comfortably. The other thing I want to mention is the dimension of the chair itself. So you're talking about a chair that is about 41 inches high.
And that's a nice high back, too.
Yes. And then the width on the chair is about 35.5. So we're talking about a yardstick wide. And then from front to back, about 37 inches. So like another yardstick or so from front to back. And then, of course, if you're going to recline it, as you said, you're going to leave it out a little bit from the wall. But it doesn't have to sit way out far into the room. So compared to like a traditional Lazy Boy recliner, the big oversized recliner, like we had a recent Today's Special Value.
Maverick.
The Maverick. This is not that big, but there seems to be just as much room in the seat.
Interior width.
It's kind of
that's
deceptive.
What's so nice about this. It's how we shaped these arms. You're not having a lot of overstuffed padding in the arms, so that gives it a little bit of an elevated look, but there's so much interior room. So, you know, I'm at a stage in my life, I have a 1-year-old and a newly 5-year-old. Happy birthday, Harrison. And every time I sit down, somebody wants to sit with me. I'm reading with people, or if my dog wants to come up and cozy in. You have that amount of room in here because of how these are shaped, and it gives you all this nice interior room, but you don't have to worry about it being an overstuffed chair. It's really, really not that look. So this is the power recliner that you're seeing right there in kind of a deeper dive. Again, this is a 2-button to infinite reclining positions. iClean fabric, which I just want to talk to you about, just incredible. A new technological advancement in this that just means that it is life-proof. Airform foam, which should really say airform memory foam in the seat and the footrest. You're getting lumbar support in every position. That was our first patent. There's that 2-button recline, and then USB charging, because why not? We think of everything, right? Why ever leave your chair? We're still assembled right here in the United States of America, as we have been since 1928. I'm one of the 8,000 jobs we keep here. We are so proud of that.
Love
it. It's a commitment to American ingenuity, and it's a commitment to the American worker.
So we talked about the upgrades before, one of which is the upholstery, one is the cushioning, and the other one is the
feet.
The bottom. That's why I was just
the legs.
I'm like, I set up for a reason. So this is that beautiful finish that you're going to see is an upgraded color, because you may notice the legs a little more than you would in a chair that has just little flat legs on the bottom. And so we wanted it to look really beautiful and designer. So let's talk about the other two things. So I want to talk about this iClean fabric. So the iClean fabric is something that is permanently within the construction of the fabric itself. It's not a coating. It's not like a Scotch Guard, which you need to reapply.
You never have to redo it. It is actually just a technological advancement that is